In continuations with your chapter 2, that is Russian Revolution, our today's topic will be Revolution of 1917. Now we will discuss about the events of the revolution. Firstly, we need to know that there were two phases of this revolution. The first one is called the February Revolution and the second is called the October Revolution. Okay, so the phase one was due to the huge economic crisis and the food shortage in the St. Petersburg as well as the workers' conditions. So around 50,000 workers started strike in this Petrograd, that is the city of St. Petersburg. Also, public joined this protest, and the Tsar finally had to leave his czarship and he abdicated. Abdication means leaving voluntarily. He voluntarily left his rule, left his czarship, and handed it over to his brother Michael. But his brother Michael was not interested in becoming a czar because he saw that the protests were going on everywhere and the people had already put this Nicholas under house arrest. So his brother said that, no, I won't I don't want to become a czar. So the czarship failed, and instead of that, this Duma took the power, and the Social Democrats' provisional government is formed. Okay, so Alexander Kerensky was chosen as the prime minister of this provisional government, and majority of this provisional government were from this Menshevik faction. Okay. Now let's see the two mistakes that this government committed. Firstly, they did not hold this election. They say that we have come to power and will keep till First World War is over, they said, okay? But people wanted elections there. There was wide protest and the people wanted a democratic government. And secondly, they did not withdraw from this First World War. Already this Russia was suffering so much due to this First World War. People wanted to end this war, but the government did not exit from this World War. Now we came to the second phase, that is the October revolutions. So after the first phase of the revolution, the Bolshevik under this Leon Trotsky demand immediate reforms, and also he wanted immediate withdrawals from this First World War. So the government bans this Bolshevik party and arrests its leaders like Leon Trotsky and this Lenin. And another development took place in the month of this August 1917 after this Bolshevik party was banned. The Russian army tried a coup. It tries to overthrow this provisional government, and now this Kerensky asks this Bolshevik and the Red Guard to defend this government. And these Red Guards are the people with arms, militia. They are the people with weapons, okay? And they weapons and training. So with the help of this Red Guard, they defend the government. And after this, the Red Guard did not live, and they stayed in this St. Petersburg. They stayed here till the fail of this coup. Okay, and Lenin returned back to this St. Petersburg, and he started giving his famous speech of this over Russia, and he asked the people for these revolutions to overthrow this government and to withdraw from this First World War, and also to establish this proletariat government. So there was Soviets all over the country. Soviets were workers' council, okay? And were under the Bolshevik control, and this helped Lenin a lot because soon he told all the Bolshevik that we are taking over power, and all Soviets helps this, okay, in the chains of this government. So we should remember that this was bloodless revolutions, and there was not much killing, okay, during this period, okay. And now let's see this Lenin speech. Many people turned out, and this made him very popular in the second phase of the revolution. Now on October, that is 24 and 25, Lenin decided that all the government buildings in this Petrograd will be captured. And they did it just overnight. So after this, they also captured these government buildings, the parliament buildings in Moscow, and thus the October Revolution was done. And the Bolshevik came in power, and this Kerensky was removed, and the government was changed soon after this, and the Russian Civil War was started between the red and the white. And this Russian Civil War was very bloody. Around 20 to 30 lakhs died and was fought for 4 years. And here we need to know that the white are the supporters of this monarchy, and the red were the red guards, okay, the red army. And this red army defeated the whites and czars and his family and were executed brutally. So now these Bolshevik were known as this communist party, okay. And lastly, USSR was established as one party socialist state with Lenin as the first premier, and he often says that this was the dictatorships of the proletariat. It means that he called himself a dictator, but a dictator on behalf of the workers. So USSR was established in December 1922 and lasted till 1991. Okay? Okay, khati zong kha voina kan explain. Tikhan kan zawa. Tikhan voina kan explain thei chu nia. Tichuan in note hi asei karon plek bel don chewa in lo copy thla fek ka nga in lo bai han don nia. Oh, thank you all.